How's it going? It's been a minute since we've caught up, but I have a lot to report. Most notably, I am now officially Dr. Singh. I'm so bloody proud of this achievement, and thank you everyone for being along the ride with me. Can you believe that I started this channel back in first year of medicine, and now all these years later I'm finally qualified? So it's just pretty amazing to be able to look back on those memories. So thank you very much for being there. I start my job as a junior doctor next week. I really want to hit the ground running this year. I want to do the best I can and be the best doctor I can. This piece of paper means so much to me because it represents a lifelong dream coming true. It represents all that I know that I'm capable of. It represents all the sacrifices I made. It represents how hard I worked. It represents how resilient I've been. So I'm really proud to be able to display this, and I wanted to put it somewhere to remind me of all of the effort that I put in and everything that I'm capable of. I'm starting my year off in the emergency department, and that means that my shifts are a lot less predictable than some other terms. You can always come to the emergency department, so that means that it has to be staffed with a 24/7 rostering. We got our roster the other day, and I'm just putting it into my diary now because having it down on paper helps me organize my chores and my social occasions a lot better than just looking at it on my iCalendar on my phone. Something about being able to turn the pages back and forth really helps me visualize what my month ahead is going to look like. I have been pleasantly surprised by how much I like this roster because I honestly had no idea what the rostering was going to look like, and now that I've got it, I'm so pleased because we work 4 days a week instead of 5 with longer hours, so 9 or 10 hour shifts instead of 8 hour shifts. But having that extra day off I think is amazing, and I much prefer working longer days to have more days off. Hey, so I start at 2 p.m. today, which gives me enough time to do everything that I want in the morning. So lately I've been meditating for an hour and a half a day, which I can get into more in another video because I know it sounds like a lot. And I'm really hoping to maintain that through working because obviously I've been doing that while I've been on holidays. It's a bit easier, but I really want to try my best to make sure I can keep it up while I'm working as well. Ha 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 ha, oh my gosh. She did not maintain this past, week 1, but I am down to 15 or so minutes a day, which is better than nothing.
Is the temperature fall and stay deep in sleep?
So I didn't think that I was scared this morning, but I just got dressed for placement and now, not placement, I just got dressed for work and now I'm actually feeling a bit nervous. I'm working from 2 p.m. to 11 p.m. today. So I'm going to just have something else to eat now for lunch and then head on my way. Yeah, I can't believe that I'm going to go to my first shift as a doctor. That is so crazy. Stressing about it isn't going to help me at all. So it's just important that I relax and try to focus on having a growth mindset and focus on the fact that today I'm not going to be amazing at my job because that would be crazy. And that doesn't mean that I'm not going to improve. I'm going to improve really rapidly, and I'm just going to have to be brave and take on the challenge and just try my best. I'm just doing a good old-fashioned stalk around the car park. found someone, a victim. I just pulled up to the hospital extremely early for my shift. I'm about half an hour early because I was nervous about being late. And I'm just going to go inside and wait inside. I am a bit nervous now. I couldn't find my tendon hammer when I was at home. So that kind of panicked me a bit because I was like, oh my God, what if I really need a tendon hammer day one? What am I going to do? But it's okay because someone will have a tendon hammer that I can borrow. Oh my God, what a fucking dork. Who stresses out about forgetting a tendon hammer? That is so embarrassing. Get it together, girl. And I'll just have to find my one. But yeah, wow, okay. I'm going to be picking up my first ever patient. I don't know how I'm going to do that. I don't know how the day's going to go. Up until now, when we go into the hospital and we talk to a patient, we say, hi, I'm the medical student, etc., etc. But today is the first day that I'm going to be going up to a patient and saying, I can't even say it. Hi, I'm Ashima. I'm one of the doctors. It feels weird to say. I feel like such an imposter saying it as well because I don't feel like a doctor. I really, really don't. I feel like you need to have some sort of, I don't know, doctoring skills to call yourself a doctor. But okay, I need to refrain from doing this negative self-talk thing that I'm going to do when I'm nervous. I'm going to do great. I'm going to learn a lot today, I'm sure. And then, you know, every day is going to be its own challenge, and that's fine, and that's the beauty of the career. So I'm just going to be nice to myself. If I make mistakes, I will make mistakes, and that's okay, and I'm just going to get through it. All right, I'm going to head inside, and I will talk to you guys soon. So me and my best gal, Maggie, have just finished our first ever shift as intern doctors, and we have come out relatively unscathed. We're both smiling, which is really great.
It's a good start.
How's your day, Maggie?
It's been long. I had a 14-hour day, so I'm a bit delirious right now. But I think going into my day, I've definitely been nervous for the past few days, but I think I kind of just took on the perspective of, oh, like, you know what? It is what it is. Whatever happens, you'll learn on the spot. And so I think I tried to psych myself up for today, which I think worked because going through all of the things that I was doing, I think I was able to kind of figure things out along the way, and I didn't really stress myself out too much, or as much as I was expecting to.
Yeah.
So I think overall it was good, and I think after a long day of doing a lot of stuff, I feel like I'm feeling a bit more confident about just being an intern doctor and trying to figure things out along the way.
Yeah. And just to put some context into what Maggie's day has been, she has literally done the hardest shift, the hardest junior doctor job in the whole hospital on her very first day. So she was doing a surgical cover shift this evening, which is like notoriously the hardest job. And to have it on day one and to come out smiling is just amazing. I'm so impressed. Like, you've just done amazing.
Thanks, Ashima.
I had a little bit of an easier time. I was on ED today. And I was feeling fine this morning until I started getting ready, and then I started to feel a bit nervous. But then as soon as I walked in, I actually saw Maggie's beautiful smiling face, and then I ran into another friend as well, and it was just so nice to be back at the hospital where we both all did training at, because seeing those familiar faces made the whole thing a lot less stressful. Yeah, and I think my ED shift was good. I saw some patients. I still felt a little bit uncomfortable telling them that I was a doctor. I felt like I had to be like, I'm the junior doctor, or like preface it somehow. But nothing too crazy happened today. I'm excited for this to just become easier and easier as time goes on. Even though I don't know if it does become easier and easier as time goes on.
I think you'll definitely grow more confident.
Yeah.
I think the job will always be hard.
Yeah.
It'll never be easy.
Yeah.
But I think you'll just figure out a way to kind of have your own system for things, and then you'll be more efficient with things. You'll know how to do things a little bit better. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to drive Maggie back to her car because she's got an early start again tomorrow.
Yes.
So what time did you work today, Maggie?
8:30. I did get in at 8 because I was like, I don't know my patients and I just want to know my patients.
Oh my god. Yep.
And then I finished at 11.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then what time do you start tomorrow?
I start at 8:30, but I'm going to get there at 8:30.
Yes.
I don't need to get there.
All right. Got to drive back to a car. I started at leisurely 2 p.m. so I can be
After
up
a big
all night.
lunch.
Exactly. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Hey guys, how's it going? I just woke up. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm just trying to think about what I need to do for the day. I have a shift today at 2 o'clock to 11 p.m. And I feel slightly nervous this morning. I think that feeling that I had yesterday for some of my shift, which it went well. Like, I don't think it was bad, but I did have like a little bit of like nervousness, and I think that feeling is carrying forward to today. But I'm sure once I get up and get on the road, I will start feeling better. I think part of my feelings of anticipation as well is trying to figure out how I'm going to get everything done this morning that I wanted to do. So yeah, time for me to get up. One of the main things that I've gained from this channel is that it's really reduced the amount of negative self-talk that I do. So when I started medicine, self-deprecating humor was probably like one of my mainstay types of jokes. And it just doesn't work very well in a professional environment, because if you think about it, in a social setting, that's fine. It's like no one's, judging your abilities or anything like that when you're out socially. But in a professional scenario, if I'm making self-deprecating jokes about myself and my performance, and I'm either going to be around my colleagues and seniors or my patients, so neither of which I would like to, arouse suspicions that I'm not competent if they've missed the joke or if they decide to internalize those thoughts. So having the separation of, filming myself and watching videos back later really helped me to recognize how often I was doing that and how detrimental that was. Something that I really don't like myself when I go to see a medical professional is if they tell me how little sleep they're running on. Because okay, fine, all well and good if you've had to pull an all-nighter for whatever reason and you're tired, but don't tell me as the patient that, because that just makes me feel really nervous, because I know how much lack of sleep can affect people. And the same kind of goes for self-deprecating humor. Being able to have the separation where I can watch myself back and notice my tendencies. I can notice the quirks that I don't think will come across very well to a patient or my seniors, and then I can actively try to avoid doing them when I'm speaking to myself on camera, which is a bit like a drill. I'm doing a drill of not trying to say negative things about myself. I'm doing a drill of not trying to say as much as I can, and it's just really good practice for day-to-day life. So if you've ever thought about making videos, please do it. It's just so beneficial in so many ways. I'm using this Stila glittery liquid eyeshadow. I really like it. It looks like I've put in a lot of effort, but I haven't. I use this brown shade to blend out the Stila gold glittery shadow.
And it's got another area where we're not attaching our identities to watching what is happening, but it can't simply step back, or should you expect yourself to take a step back and say, oh, I'm not going to get upset about this. That makes perfect sense when you get upset. Kind of understanding of how to implement it turns out to be necessary tools now. And I'm going to talk about how using those tools can allow you to access growth mindset.
I just finished work, and I think that today was more fun than yesterday for me. I was feeling a lot more confident already, which is really nice. And yeah, I'm just feeling really good. I have 3 days off now, which feels super gluttonous, as I've just started and I already have 3 days off, which is so weird. But I'm really happy and excited. The consultant that I was on with this morning was a bit hard to read at first, so I wasn't sure how I was doing, and because I'm a beginner, I really need reassurance a lot. But by the end of the shift, I felt like we had a good bit of rapport going, so that was nice to see. And I had some pretty tricky patients, and it was really a challenging experience for me, because it wasn't tricky so much as the medical side of it, but it was a challenge because the patient was withholding information that was a bit necessary to get a good treatment plan. So trying to work through the nuances of trying to get the correct information, but while also, you know, wanting to believe the patient every step of the way and trying to understand why they were maybe not telling the truth about things, to have a, you know, an open discussion, and so they had a positive healthcare experience. What I found really interesting is that last year when I was ordering medications or ordering any tests on someone else's account, because what I would do sometimes is someone would pass me their computer and you practice how you're going to order it. And I was really hesitant to click order. I felt so nervous doing it. I always made sure that someone was looking over my shoulder and double checking what I was doing. But it feels so organic and intuitive when I'm doing it now. Like, it hasn't really felt as scary as it felt every single time I did it last year. And look, granted, I've only been ordering like Panadol and some morphine, but it's felt very natural and normal for me to do that. And it feels very natural and normal for me to be doing the role that I'm doing. So yeah, that's really exciting to see.